Welcome to NLP with KODY G. We go deep into the psychology of ethical selling using NeuroLinguistic Programming to give tangible strategies for heart-centered business owners to enroll clients so they can get their service out to the world.
Hey there, friends. Hope everyone listening is having an amazing day. I'm going to be sharing 3 decisions that I made throughout my life that I consider to be the best decisions that I've ever made, or the best things I've ever done. Number 1 was starting my relationship with Christ, getting closer to God, allowing God in my business, allowing God to be in my circle, going to church, spreading the word of God has really just empowered me, 1, to live a life that I really don't have any sort of fear over. It doesn't mean that I'm not afraid of things, but it means that when things are not working out, I place all of my faith in God that He's going to deliver, and it's been incredible. I've been lucky enough to travel a lot of places, make some good money, have nice cars, and really since I've developed this relationship here with God, it has really skyrocketed, and more so just the person that I'm becoming from the inside out. Number 2 was, I would probably say, getting my dog. I love my dog. Her name's Kailua. She's a half pit bull, half husky mix. Love her so much. She's beautiful. It's taught me a lot about being a dog dad, about caring for someone else. Number 3 is learning NLP. Now, I don't say this because I teach it, and I want people to think that NLP is some great thing, and that's where I'm looking to get clients from. But I say this out of the bottom of my heart. Learning NLP has changed my life. Now, I don't mean this by just the techniques that we have in NLP that have really helped me with clients or allowed me to have like better coaching calls, nothing like that, but more so the idea of just understanding people. People often ask, what is NLP? And one side of it is communication. You learn how to be an effective communicator because we dive deep into things like body language, like tonality. And if you ever hear my podcast, you often hear me shift my voice and use different tones or maybe speed it up to slow it down to get you really engaged and to keep people listening. It's almost like a dance or a melody. These are things that I've learned throughout NLP that have helped me in my sales career, helped me in my speaking journey, and really just helped me in all different areas of life to connect with more people. Also, it's understanding human behavior. Now, it makes it very difficult to get upset with people when you understand something. Oftentimes, we kind of shun away things that we don't understand, whether it's people, whether it's ideas, whether it's maybe in politics. If we don't understand something, we tend to shun it away. I don't want any of that. Same with fear. Oftentimes, when we can understand what we're afraid of, that fear dissipates. So now bringing this back to human behavior, when you understand how people are and why they do certain things, it gives you a new level of understanding and of grace. One of the presuppositions we have in NLP is everyone is doing the best they can with the resources they have available. Now, what this means to me is that if you were to change that word resources with level of consciousness, it would say everyone is doing the best they can with their current level of consciousness. Meaning that just kind of by nature, you, me, the person listening to this, we go about our day thinking that we're doing the right thing. We don't intentionally try to harm someone for the most part. We don't intentionally try to do things wrong for the most part. But I might see someone doing life, whether it's in a grocery store, whether it's just walking down the street, at the gym, in a business setting, and I might judge them thinking they're doing life wrong, whether it's the way they're dressing, the way they act, how fast they're driving, whatever the case might be, what they're doing with their finances. And I can judge them, or I can remind myself that every single person is doing what they think is right in this current moment based on their level of consciousness. If you were just to walk through life thinking that, realizing that, but more so embodying that, your life would change. The lives of those around you would change. You'd have a lot more compassion, empathy, understanding, and love for people. And when you radiate on that sort of level, the way that you move is different. And I haven't always thought this way. I haven't always lived this way. And it's still a work in progress. No one's perfect when it comes to it. But having these additional resources really allow me to just kind of navigate through life in a different way, almost like playing chess instead of checkers. And I think that anytime you do that, it's a bit more strategic and you're playing the long game. That's why, for me, investing in the NLP certification that I got, It's really 3 levels. For those of you that don't know, you have your practitioner training, which is about a 7-day course. You have your master practitioner training, which is about a 14-day course. And then you have your trainer's training, which is about a 19-day course. After you graduate that 3rd level, you can begin to train and certify people in NLP, which is what I do now. And I have my next event coming up in about 90 days from today, if you're listening to it, where I'm going to be teaching online, where I can train and certify people in the things that I love so much. And a few of the reasons why NLP has changed my life. I've talked about communication. I've talked about human behavior. And one of the last ones is really just understanding the programming side of things. It's called NeuroLinguistic Programming. If you were to break that down, neuro is about your brain, human behavior. Linguistics is about language, which I kind of talked about with tonality, body language, verbal and nonverbal communication, or like that ball squeaking that you just heard in the background. Now, that's actually my dog that just squeaked that ball. And me being able to bring that up into this conversation is what we call utilization in NLP. And that just kind of happened on the fly, but it makes you a little bit more of a faster thinker, if you will, understanding people, things, and how to make them relate here. And I think that since I've been able to do that, my relationships with people have really deepened because it makes it hard to get mad at someone when you can sort of navigate through it, like I mentioned, by playing chess. If someone does something, usually we as humans are very reactive. You know, what is that? Think about that more like checkers. They make a move, I make a move. But chess is they say something, they do something, and I might need to take a step back for a second and go around it in a different way to get the outcome that I desire. This is what learning NLP has done for me. And if this is something that interests you and you'd love to learn more about NLP, you can check out, I have an intro course actually that I just released. If you go to nlpsale.com, nlpsale.com, you can see this intro course. It's about 2 hours. And I've talked about a few of the things that I really love in NLP. The beautiful part is that it's not just things that, you know, are like hype about NLP, but it's actual live teachings from classes that I've done so you can actually see what it is. And I'll put the link in this description if you guys want to check that out. But more importantly, I'd love to just get the idea across to people that the way that you are isn't the way that you have to be. Whatever area of your life that is, relationship, finances, any sort of beliefs or values that you have really can be changed. What we call NLP is like another definition for it is the study of subjective reality. And it means that your reality, my reality, it's all subjective. We're all experiencing it in a different way based on our memories, the decisions that we've made, our upbringing, the beliefs that we've adopted, and all of these things can be changed and shifted. And some people that hear that would get very, very motivated and very inspired. Other people would reject it, like I talked about earlier, and push it away and not accept that as true because it's easier to say, no, I am this way because my mother was this way. I am this way because of where I grew up. And it's easy to kind of put that blame on something else, but when you do it, you're living at effect. To summarize my entire journey with NLP in one sentence, NLP has allowed me to go in the driver's seat of my life and begin to live at cause. Have a great day, everyone.
KODY's mission is to create the ripple effect because with each person he teaches to sell, that's one more life impacted in the process. Are you ready to get certified in NeuroLinguistic Programming to overcome every belief that's not serving you, to create the new version of you that the world needs and skyrocket the revenue in your business? Check the link in the description for the next step. Thank you, and please leave us a review for some brownie points.